All right, now let's get this thing rolling, man. So y'all know what it is, man. What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the table where everybody eat. I'm gonna go ahead and give a few people time to get up in here, but at the same time, I'm gonna just get this thing rolling. Y'all can run this thing back. Now, first and foremost, we got a link in the description for the Discord community. Everybody eat, as you can see right here on the screen. And switching things up in the Discord. Whereas I will no longer be, let's just say, posting or active in the Discord throughout the day on Sundays. Sundays is now going to be my time, not only for the Lord. Yes, I go to church. Yes, I'm a Christian. I don't really believe in religions because religions to me is like a game, but I am very spiritual. So I typically, with any job, I have never worked on Sundays. I always took Sundays off due to the word of God. Now, what I am doing different in regards to that is, with that being said, I will not be as active, or not only as active, you will not catch me in the Discord throughout the day on Sundays. That day will be devoted to the man upstairs, but it also will be devoted to my family and my children. Today we had a great day out bowling. First off, we had a great day at church. Everything else, we had another great day just at home, chilling, relaxing, us laughing, all that good stuff. Went out, had an amazing time bowling. My son, my oldest one, kicked my butt in the first round, first game. I mean, I got to admit to that, got to attest to that. And then my wife, the second game, she came and she smoked all our butts. Although our youngest son messed up a frame and went out of turn and bowled a gutter ball, you know, she still happened to come out on top with the W. You know what I mean? But third game came around. We didn't finish that frame, but if we would have finished that frame, I for one would have smoked they boots. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, we had a great day, had a great time. Ended it out with milkshake. So that's another reason why our live stream, which normally is at 7:30 on Sundays, and it's typically for the Discord only. I think this one here is available to the public. I'm not too sure, but at the end of the day, uh, hey baby, I see you on. I see you on. But but yeah. Anywho, we closed it out with some milkshakes. So that's the reason why. I mean, we are running a little bit late, but at the end of the day, you guys can catch this live stream on YouTube or in the Discord. But keep it going, man. Do your boy a favor and hit that like button. Check out the link again in the description if you guys want to come sit with us at the table where everybody eat. And we got a 7 day free trial, all that good stuff, man. 14.99 a month, but it's not about the money. It's more so just finding a community, even if it's not our community. Find a community, man. Be part of a trading community. So that way, if you're new to trading, new to investing, you definitely could just be around like-minded individuals that can help you get better every single day. You could run across a couple of stocks that you may not be aware of, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's what's going on with the Discord. I wanted to get that out there first for my people and for anybody that's watching right now. So we're gonna go ahead and keep it moving and grooving. And as we do that, I'm gonna bring up the economic calendar. And I ain't mean to switch like that. My bad, apologies. But anywho, moving fast, trying to really catch everybody up to speed and then get back to it with my family, man. So this week going down in the market, or let's just say with the economic calendar, we have tomorrow we got nothing scheduled. So if you guys are familiar and if you see from the title of this live stream, Apple went crazy. Nasdaq QQQ also went crazy. Um, SMH, which is a semiconductors, they went crazy. They went stupid. I mean, just the overall market, man, just went stupid. We continue to make new all-time highs, regardless of what Trump says, in regards to the tariffs or, I mean, geopolitical tension overseas. It really seems like it don't matter at this point, man. Like the Bulls are definitely in control. The Bears keep on, and probably because the Bears are even short sellers, hedge funds, all them, they continue to short the stock or short the market while we continue to make new highs, man. So the more highs that the market continues to make, or as the market continue to climb higher, let me put it that way. It seems like the short sellers just, I don't know what they thinking, man, if you ask me. So we got no data tomorrow on Monday, August 11th. And then Tuesday, we have CPI, which I knew CPI was coming this week, but I didn't know it was on Tuesday. So Tuesday, we got CPI at 8:30 a.m. That right there is going to possibly give us some data for the Fed to possibly cut rates this coming September, if I'm not mistaken. Because right now they claiming that they want data, they data dependent. And if you recall from not last Friday, the Friday before that, when we had a sell off, which we'll see when we get to the charts, that was because of the job data, the jobs number that came out showed that we possibly do need that rate cut of some sort as they continue to just hold rates steady. And Wednesday, we got nothing if you ask me. I mean, we got a couple of Fed speakers on Wednesday. President Barkin, Fed President Goolsbee, the Atlanta Fed President Bostic speaking on Wednesday. Then Thursday, we back to regular schedule program with the jobless claims. Um, then we got PPI actually, which is producer price index, and the core PPI on Thursday. So this week we got CPI on Tuesday, PPI on Thursday. Now those do move the market, but again, that it may help us continue to go higher depending on what the numbers come out or how the numbers look when they do come out. And Jerome Powell may end up cutting Friday, regular schedule program again. We got the retail sales numbers, import numbers, and that's basically it, man. Following week, I usually only go week by week, but as you see, following week, we also have nothing. The reason why I'm showing that right now is because historically, the market is very weak, let's just say, in the months of August and September. But right now, so far, man, this thing is going stupid. So that's what we got for data this week, much of nothing. And then if we get down to the earnings, as you can see right here, earnings this week, it's not really a big week because a lot of our big dogs, a lot of the popular stocks, the hot stocks, things of that nature, they already reported. But at the same time, we do have a lot of names that have been on fire for the last couple of months. We do got some names in regards to IPOs that was on fire, starting off with Monday in the market. Monday market open, we got eh, nothing that really catch my attention. I heard about this stock right here Monday, but other than that, we got Monday after close, we got BBAI, a hot stock. Oklo been going ham in regards to the data center, energy, nuclear space, things of that nature. Then we have AMC, of course. Shout out to the apes. I mean, y'all pay attention to that. I don't. Well, actually, you know what? I'll watch it just to spectate and for entertainment purposes only. We got AST Space Mobile. This one here has been on the tear for like maybe 2 years now, going from like $4 to up to I think high as maybe 60. I can't recall, but that one there is going to definitely be on watch with retail, Archer Aviation, Microvast a little bit. Then we got the retail stocks like here, Plug and GoPro. That's cool. But now Tuesday is where we're going to get to some of them hot IPOs. We got Circle at market open, but then we got CoreWeave at market close. Those two have went nuts. I mean, Circle, we already know what that thing did. And then CoreWeave, we know what that did as well in regards to data centers and their ties and connections with APLD. Now their ties and connection with Core Scientific. So going back to market open though on Tuesday in the Discord, we got our eyes on Coppin Corporation, and that's about it for Monday market open. I do like C Limited. I'm actually may pull them up today while we go look at the charts. But then after close on Tuesday, we got Rigetti, RGTI. You know, the quantum computing space has been on fire. So that's definitely going to be on watch about retail, along with Kava. I'm not gonna say it's a retail stock in a sense, but it definitely is like the AMD. We'll put it like this: Kava is like AMD, Chipotle is like Nvidia. So that's how kind of people look. I mean, that's how people kind of look at Kava. And then we know Sweet Green just reported last week, and they got crushed. So I will have my eyes on Kava. That's about it. Wednesday, market open. For me, I don't really see much of nothing. Market close. Cisco. I mean, I guess we could say we have our eyes on that one. They used to be a big dog back in the day. Thursday, JD.com, the Chinese space. I don't really mess with them ADRs, but people may have their eyes on them. John Deere, like a consumer staple. I never traded them, but I heard that they have an amazing balance sheet. I believe that's one of Kathy Wood's uh one of her high conviction stocks. Then we got Advanced Auto Parts. I mean they smashed earnings the last time though, but they not really something I really care too much for myself personally. Then we got after close applied materials. I definitely want to keep my eyes on them because I missed them on the last earnings when they was around like 160 and smashed, and then they went stupid. Um, New Core, ticker symbol NU, heard about them. Uh, Other than that, man, I mean that's what we got for this week. Nothing really major for the earnings, like I say, besides some of the IPO, Circle, CoreWeave, and then some of the fan favorites like AST, Archer Aviation, Cobble, Rigetti, and that's about it, man, for earnings. So go ahead, keep it moving and grooving. Right about now, we going. And matter of fact, while we do that, follow your boy over on X. You know what I'm saying? The link is gonna be in the description if you want to follow me on Twitter and whatnot. That way you guys can see some of the levels I post, things like that before I'm able to get these videos out to you guys. But like I say, keep it moving and grooving, man. Um, we'll go ahead and just jump straight into the charts. So right now, we're gonna go and look at the ES, which is the S&P 500 futures, and some of these levels. I mean, I haven't updated this thing. I kind of do them like on the spot for you guys in a sense, but some of these levels have been here from the last live stream and from me keeping the Discord informed. So moving fast, not moving fast, but keeping us here. I mean, keeping us here, not keeping us here, not holding you guys too long. We have, if you ask me right now, 64.21 is where we're trading at on the S&P 500 futures. And a line, we got a couple line in the sands for me. And what I mean by line in the sand, anything that's a gray line on the chart is a line in the sand. Obviously, red is resistance, green is support. So line in the sands for me is if we get above the 64.27 and hold above the 64.27, I'm looking to target 64.42 next. Reason being, I didn't go for this, let's just say this double top, quote unquote, right here around 64.60 is because what I want to see is us get above that 64.27, which was a rejection right here, as you see in our last Thursday, and that shot us back down. And it also tried to hold right here on that prior Thursday with this wick you see right there. And then you see right here was definitely a top with this body of this candle. So if we can reclaim 64.27, I'm gonna target 64.42. Now, if we do lose this 64.01, or let's just say 6400 psychological level on the S&P 500, which with limited data, I'm not saying that happening, but you never know what could happen with the market. If we lose that, I really want to see us hold at 63.74. And as you see, that was a rejection. Let's do it this way. That was a rejection right here. That's too short, but it don't matter. Y'all get the picture. Rejection right there. Another rejection right here. And then we had got above it. But then when we got back below it, we rejected right here. And then we actually rejected a number of times in this whole area right there. So this probably really is my overall line in the sand on S&P 500. That's 63.77. I mean 63.74. Because if you look, it also coincides with the 50 SMA right here. It coincides with the 50 SMA. It's like right above it at 63.71. And with the 50 SMA right now on the 4-hour chart, you see this MACD is still going upward in an upward trajectory. It's already in positive territory and it's above the signal line. But it also coincides with this 50 SMA going down, but now it's starting to curl and go flat. If we get back above that 63.74 in the near term, then that's where I could possibly see us continuing to go higher. So that's why that's my line in the sand. But if we lose that 63.74 in my eyes, or the 50 SMA, and this is also the 4-hour chart. If we lose that, for me, we coming back possibly to test this. I mean, we could test 63.50 somewhere in this range, as you can see right here. We had a nice little lick grab and a double bottom right in this zone right here. So we could come and retest that double bottom right there, so say, which also coincides with this rejection right here. But I would love to see a retest of that 63.33 because, as you see, that right there was a number of rejections that held that ended up turning into support. Now, if we go to, and I mean, anything below that, you already see right here, we can come back as low as 62.61, or let's just say 6,200. But we'll wait and see what price action does. We're not going to try to predict that thing. Now, going down to the NQ, in Q, I actually see I trade the NQ, or I trade QQQs, I trade tech. That's really what I trade. So that's why you guys see here I have a trend line actually going. So you know what? Let's go ahead and go to the daily chart real quick on this one. And as we do that, I just zoom in a bit. It's a little ugly with everything I got going on because again, this is what I primarily trade, which is the Qs. So you see we got that trend right here, this uptrend line. We got this nice, for some reason, I ain't gonna say for some reason, this thing looks gorgeous. The way that it actually, if I was to make a trend line right now, when I even make a trend line, I'll just draw one. You see how this thing kind of just held this whole range as it, and that is a nice trend line. I may just keep this drawing, even though it's not a trend line, I may keep that drawing. And you see, as we kept rejecting on the top of this trend line or top of this channel right here, we still held above this line that I just drew just now. So that is something to see because if you see right here, we rejected that top of that trend line on the daily, however, and now we're still above the one that I drawn. Actually, you know what? I removed that. I got it visually. I guess you could not visually, but I have a visual of what that may look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that drawing that I did real quick, just showing us how that tight range and how good this thing looked. But on the daily, if we end up if we end up losing this line in the sand of 23,615, which I mean it looks like that looks like a far-fetched pullback. Let's go back to the 4 hour. That looks like a far-fetched pullback, but the way that we all know how the Qs move, that really is nothing. Because the Qs can move 3% in a day on a good day, up or down, but really 3% up on a good day. And we could be back at 2,400 before you know it. I mean 24,000 before you know it. But the line in the sand for me is this 623,615. And if I was to reset this a little bit for us, you will see, my bad, sorry about that. You will see with the 23,615 for me is the top right here. We got nice double tops right here. We'll go ahead and just do this. This whole range right here, or that 23,615 was a rejection. That was on Monday, July 28th, and this whole week. Monday, Tuesday, July 29th, we kept rejecting. Then when we got above it, we held it right there, which also held that trend line. That's primarily what I want you guys to pay attention to for me personally. And this is I like to tell you guys why I pick these levels, but also why I feel how I feel. Not that I'm just biased or I'm like, oh yeah, we going to the moon. Nah, I trade the market in both directions. So if you see here, as we rejected here, this wick, this candle right about here, this one exactly right there where I'm about to point this arrow to. I just go from here up to there. So if you look at that wick on that candle, it held that 23,615. Actually, they blow up that candle was actually 23,609. But I put 615. So let's just say 23,610 to 23,617 or 23,620 is for me a line in the sand that we will have to stay above on the NQ because as we fell back below it, we rejected right there. You got above it slightly, got above it, closed. Now we back above it. This candle here did the same thing as this candle. And even though this one was red and it held not only the 23,615, it held the top of that trend line. So now this one held 23,615 again, to where I want to get above that trend line, but also I would like to see us get above this 23,810. Because if we get above 23,810, next thing you know it's 23,845. I believe that's what it was, or 23,850. Don't hold me to it. Yeah, 23,845. We get above those two areas, 23,810 and 23,845, or 23,850 basically. I mean, this thing here is gonna be back into uncharted territory, and who knows how high it could go without that much resistance overhead. Now, go ahead and keeping it moving and going down to Apple, which was, I mean, the showstopper last week. And I'm actually curious on where Apple is right now in overnight trading. So I'm going to pull that up on Weeble real quick for me over here in the office. Let's see what Apple's actually doing. Bear with me, folks. Do, 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 do. And if you guys could do me a favor while I'm looking for Apple, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you find this content helpful or useful, again, link is in the description. 7-day free trial. You want to come sit with us at the table and join the Discord. Boy, look at Google. I forgot Google made that beautiful move too. All right, so Apple right now in overnight trading is it's kind of flat. It's only up 0.21%. Is at 229.83, which isn't too far from where it's at. And if we look at these two wicks right here, the high of this one was 230.92 and then 231. So that 231 area is going to be, not is, but it could be an area to watch out for, which actually I posted that in the Discord way before Apple made this move. Um, I'm gonna pull that up real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna just type in. Hold up, 1 second. My bad, folks. My bad, folks. Is this the Discord? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So boom. We gonna type in AAPL. See what we get. All right. Unusual option activity. We already know about that. Which I just updated the chart for the Discord, but that's not what I wanted to show you guys. So right here. Yep. So right here on August 7th, I had told the people in the Discord community, I was like, and this around when Apple was at 218. And you'll see these charts. If we go to Weeble today, you'll see these, but usually I only go to Weeble for the Discord community. So again, link is below in the description. But I say Apple is heading towards 224, then 228 before it's in resistance at 232. I love to see this because right before that, I mean, we've been on Apple in the Discord for a while. Even my guy said he's checking out Apple, been very interested in this year, dropping under 200. He added more. And I believe he got that move too on Apple because that my guy was happy on Friday, boy. And they went from no call options. But even right here on August 1st, I told him levels never lie. Apple, Judy's levels around 199. Yesterday closed, blah, blah, blah. Still waiting to go long on the break and hold above 213.50. I mean, it's been going on for Apple, man. We could go back until I want to say June is going to be really, really, really zoned in on Apple on one of the live streams, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, let's see, let's see, let's see. I don't know. Either way, man, link is below in the description for Apple. Now let's keep it moving. Go back to the chart because we're not here to try to flex or brag or do all that other stuff with receipts, man. You guys join 7-day free trial, etc. But again, that's not while I was here. I wasn't trying to share the Discord. I was more so, I wasn't trying to promote the Discord. My bad. I was more so just trying to let you guys know that yeah, we was zoned in on ticker symbol AAPL. Now going back over to Apple, so I can go ahead and discuss what I'm probably looking for this week, dealing with the ticker, is right now Apple is actually, oh no, it's fluctuating still. I thought it broke 230 just now in the midst of this live stream, but it's on the 4 hour chart. So I'm gonna stay on the 4 hour for now, and I'm gonna just zoom this thing down a little bit so we can really see what we are working with. I gave y'all too much. Y'all need to know about that 244. Let me move that up a little bit, just a little bit, so you guys don't be all up in the mix. you got to join the Discord for that, for sure, for sure. So what we got going on with Apple is what I would like to see. I ain't gonna say what we got going on with Apple. What I would like to see on Apple is a hold above at two. No, actually, no, I don't want to see a hold above at 228. I wouldn't mind seeing a retest. Although the 50 SMA is looking strong thus far. Oh yeah, but that MACD is super extended down here. If you look right here, you look right here, this MACD, yeah, it's super extended. I'm not saying it won't keep going, but this thing here got some power behind it. But with that MACD looking like that, I would love to see this potentially maybe go retest 232 all the way. But if not, fall beneath this 228.43, come back up, retest it, maybe test that 224 or 223 zone, and then go higher. But at the end of the day, if that don't happen with us doing that and testing that 223 zone on Apple, what I really would like to see is us come down here, let's say retest at 228, break below 223, and really test this 220. And the reason why I want to retest 220 because to me 220 and 221 is a nice area, and I believe the 200-day moving average on Apple, only the 50 on TradingView, but my Weeble again is where we get busy on Weeble. Link is in the description. I feel like I'm sharing a Discord. I mean, promoting the Discord, but I'm not. But at the end of the day, I can't give y'all everything I give my people over in the Discord. For this video is live for the public. So I would like to see us retest at 221 at best before going higher. And the reason why I say that, if you see right here, we got we held above this sniper fair value gap, which was red previously, but now we just turned to green when we updated the chart. We held above it, as you see right here, that candle right there. And as it rejected that 221 or 220.58 zone or whatnot, it came back down. Not came back down, closed there. The body of this candle also rejected. But this next massive move we got on Apple, it opened and it went right above that 221. So a retest for me in that area would be best for us to continue going higher. Otherwise, man, we keep going higher, higher, higher. Whenever we do get some bad news, or if August is as bad as it is historically, like it is in the market, then I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. That really won't look too good for ticker symbol AAPL. Now, going with the 50 SMA and then MACD, 50 MACD is overextended for me, but the 50 SMA does look good, especially if we pay attention right here on ticker symbol AAPL, how it bounced off of this 199 area twice. And I'm actually, I think it's maybe three times. Nope, 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 nope. My bad. I'm lying. It's right here, that one bounce and then two bounce. So that 199 was a heavy support for ticker symbol AAPL. And now we are coming up into that 213.50. So the 50 SMA to me, if we could get above this 213.50, even on a pullback, as I said, does something like this and kind of go sideways or whatever for a middle for a little bit, and then come up in this range. Now the 50 SMA will be above 213.50, above that long downward trend line. Matter of fact, let's zoom out for a sec. Nope, that ain't even enough. Boom. Oh my gosh. Let me reset this. All right, bet. So you see this downtrend that I had for a while goes back far as right about here. Let's start there from the beginning of this year. So this thing here been trending down for the whole year of 2025. And now we are basically above it for sure, for sure. This is the weekly chart, by the way, which if we're going to zoom in a little bit, even though I reset it, that weekly candle on Apple is insane. I mean, you can't make that up, bro. That thing engulfed this whole move and brought us back into this. Now, this is the first time I looked at this chart in this aspect. It engulfed that whole move, and then now we're back in this whole range right about here. Which, as you can see here, also this would show you why I want to get a retest of that 221 zone because it was a rejection right about there. Wasn't a rejection there, but the body of the candle closed there. These body of the candles held up. My bad. The body of the candles held here, and then also they held right there. And I mean, dang, we got another one right here with a nice tight range of motion right there. And then the body of this candle rejected right here. So that's one, two, three, four, five, six areas right there that show us that we will hold very good on Apple. All right, so that's what I would like to see on the 50 SMA on Apple. Now going down to some of the earning plays, because I already broke down the SPY, broke down the Nasdaq, everything else. The earning thing I wanted to watch for sure that everybody eyes gonna be on is Circle. So Circle, these levels have been here. You know what? Forget it. If y'all feel like I'm pushing or hustling my Discord community, I'm not. At the end of the day, I want you guys to be prepared and not surprised with a lot of these moves on a lot of these hot stocks, especially like Circle. So if I was to go back to the Discord, you guys will see that first. Let me go ahead and pull it up. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, share the video if you want to your peoples. Let them know about the channel. So even if you don't subscribe, man, you know what I mean? Y'all can stay in the loop of what we got going on over here at the table where everybody eat. So we're gonna go ahead and look at Circle real quick. So dealing with Circle, the first time we charted this bad boy was no, that's June 19th. And then June 23rd. Let's pull this one up right here for Circle. So as you see right here, June 23rd, 2025, before Circle made the move that it made. Now, matter of fact, I'll piggyback and go back and forth real quick. So look at Circle now. Well, first off, look at these levels right here. We got the high probability of being a supply zone, extremely illiquid, potential first bounce will be flush. June 17th gap up. On area I would like to enter with is tight stop. Yada yada. Y'all see that, right? So pulling the chart back up for a Circle. Now, in that aspect, again, this isn't the flex, this isn't the brag, this isn't to be like, oh, I told you so. We do not do that in my Discord. We do not do that on this channel. We do not move or operate in that fashion because we all are here to learn. We all are here to make money. We all are here to help one another. And like some would say, beat institutions, beat the market, whatever, because us retail traders, us retail investors, we are the numbers, man. So at the end of the day, this is not to boast or brag or whatever. But as you see right here on the chart from TradingView, everything played out to a T in regards to what we had posted over in the Discord back on, I believe I said June 23rd. So putting that chart back up on Circle and what I'm looking for with this coming earnings, because I have not looked at this chart, I ain't gonna say in a while, but I haven't really broke it down. So right now we're on the daily. Let's go ahead and go to the 4 hour. That's the 5 minute. I mean, I ain't mean to hit that. My bad, y'all. Go to the 4 hour. And if you look right here on the 4 hour, the 50 SMA, again, this is an IPO. So that's why the 50 SMA don't have that much history. You see it starts right here. But I do see how the MACD is getting thinner, like it want to cross above the signal line, that orange line. It's still in negative territory, though, so keep that in mind. And we are way below the 50 SMA, although this is the 4 hour chart. Now, we did, we got that first bounce that we flushed right here, but ever since then, we did not hold to get that first bounce. Now we're around that June 17th gap up. We're around my sniper fair value gap on Circle. And what I'm looking for at this point is us to reclaim 166. But honestly, let's go back to the daily real quick. The daily, that MACD is still super extended if you look down there. So I mean, we could, depending on what Circle do with earnings, man. I'm gonna keep it a rack. But at the same time, going from the IPO and my golden zone way down here, if we do lose this sniper fair value gap right here on Circle, that could bring us down back to that 118, which could act as a nice, very nice support area, simply due to the fact of this right here. You see this range right here? It held up pretty well, nice tight area, and that's the reason why it's my only area I would like to enter with a tight stop. Because if we do lose that, we also got this whole, not the whole area of illiquidity, but there is no trading volume and no price action nowhere in this zone, which could make this thing extremely weak for a Circle. None of this I'm saying is financial advice. I'm just telling you guys what I see, what I'm looking at, and what I'm looking for. So that's on Circle. Now I'll go ahead and move into our favorite in the Discord, which is CoreWeave. CoreWeave, on the other hand, I mean, we made a bag on this one. And off rip on the daily chart, what I see right now on CoreWeave is the MACD actually crossed above the signal line right now. We got above that monthly gap up from June 2nd. We are heading toward the 50 SMA on the daily chart, which is at 139.35. I do like how we held above the line in the sand of that 119.83, but also we got back above, and this candle here opened above the line in the sand of 113.41. Again, if you're new to the channel or new to this live stream, line in the sand means it's an area I want to get above to go higher, or stay above to go higher, or if we fall below the area that I'm looking forward to see how we react to go short. That's all that means. And right now, we had a decent support around that 140.80, which is also right below, I mean, right above the 50 SMA at 139.35. So Circle, I mean, not Circle, CoreWeave, they report, I think I said they report what, Tuesday after hours? This stock here for me, I mean, don't get me wrong. Now this is where my bias play come in for CoreWeave. I'm gonna keep it a rack. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I said a rack, and then I said 100 and 1,000. I went back and forth. Anywho, I'm super biased on CoreWeave. I did a lot of DD on this stock. That's the reason why I have been pounding this thing over in the Discord community um, in regards to it being our potential next APLD. If you guys are familiar with me over on X, Twitter, you in the Discord, all the other good stuff, then you know how I felt about APLD and how I still feel about APLD. But CoreWeave, August 8th, I said it's a monster. I've been saying for nearly 2 months. I believe we're heading towards 138 into earnings. I've been saying that, and here go earnings coming this week. CoreWeave video coming soon. Been studying at DD, etc. I firmly believe CoreWeave will be the next NVDA Palantir type of play. What I mean by that is it's going to continue running, and also if you think about NVIDIA, what NVIDIA has done or what NVIDIA does is they invest into a lot of other companies. They also put a lot of companies into their NVIDIA Connect program, things of that nature, and look where they are, and look at the companies that are connected with them. RXRX with NVIDIA, APOD with NVIDIA, um, all the big dogs with NVIDIA, even CoreWeave with NVIDIA. Then think about Palantir. They got their Fed Start program. So Palantir is out here doing the same thing in the sense as NVIDIA with buying shares of certain companies like they did with, I think it's called SMRX. Now, I don't follow that one, so if I said it wrong, forgive me, people. Don't bash me or attack me in the comments. But they do the same thing. Now, NVIDIA had a massive run from that 100 to 1500, did a split. Now here they are again, continuing to run. Palantir, although never split, but they went from as low as $8 a year and a half, 2 years ago, if they were that low, but definitely last year they was only about 25 bucks. To now they are about to touch 190. CoreWeave, I'm not saying that they're going to have that massive of a run, but if they stay on the trajectory that they're on, and if the DD that I did on CoreWeave happens to play a part or fall through, man, this thing here is going to be phenomenal. And then here, oh yeah, option play, we went stupid on this one right here, boy. I mean, the whole Discord, we went crazy. You know what I'm saying? With a lotto. Lotto, that's one of the lottos that we had back in July, only because we've been pounding this thing over and over and over. So back to the chart for CoreWeave and what I'm looking for or anticipating in regards to their upcoming earnings is if they do get above that 50 SMA, oh my Lord. CoreWeave is going to definitely be monstrous. But I really, this is what I would love to see. And I'm on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. Now on the 4 hour, I do see that the 50 SMA actually, oh no. I was about to say the 50 SMA may be a problem for us, but if you look right here, we got a couple of confluences going on right here. The MACD above the signal line and going into positive territory, right? We had a nice cup kind of forming right now with the holder at 105.10 area. And then now, if we do get a handle, meaning if we do pull back, let's just say at best, so what is that, 113.41? That's a far drop from now, but at the end of the day, for CoreWeave, that ain't nothing. If you do pull back to that, that'll be a nice handle to go back up higher, especially with the MACD, my bad, especially with the 50 SMA on the 4 hour chart for core weave starting to go like this and respect that 124.99 gap up section, which also is a sniper fair value gap. Any gap you see like that for me is a sniper fair value gap. So that 50 SMA can do that and continue respecting that and even do something like this to get to that line of the sand and come down, then respect this area here. Boy, 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 boy. This stock really is going to be, I mean, again, not financial advice because I am very, 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 very biased on this company. But if this plans out to play how I'm saying, I don't care about being right. That's not even my thing. I will be happy, go lucky because this is going to be my, not going to be, this will continue to be my rinse and repeat play for at least the next 5 years when it comes to options and shares. With shares, I will hold. Options, I'll just keep on winning, and putting that money right back into CoreWeave. Now, what we got for some of the small dogs, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of my folks for the Discord. My bad, I got lost. I lost myself for a second. Matter of fact, we got one more. Boom. So, actually, you know what? Before we do that, do a quick rundown for anybody else. Then I'll take care of my folks. So yeah, but y'all, anybody who's not my folks, y'all can go ahead, continue y'all night. I know it's a little late, 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 8 o'clock Central, and then that Cali thing is like six o'clock. So in Cali, y'all better not even be complaining. Y'all probably even on. Y'all probably out having a good time with your family, eating, drinking, whatever. Cool. So Nvidia, we got this with Nvidia. If for me, Nvidia, the line in the sand to stay above is 174.47. I see it going higher. Now, a retest of that area would be sweet. But if we fall back to this sniper fair value gap area right here, which was illiquid, but now the fair value kind of have happened, and this is Nvidia. And you see how this candle here held above that sniper fair value gap, rejected line in the sand, got above line in the sand, fell below the line in the sand, held the sniper fair value gap again. I'm back above the line in the sand. A retest of the sniper fair value gap, the top of it will be nice. Also at 450 SMA on the 4 hour chart. Let's go to the daily, matter of fact, so that we can really see what we're looking at. Boy, all right, 50 SMA is way down there. Now, that's a golden zone for us because if we do get any type of bad news, any type of recessionary news, whatever the case may be, right? Then I'm not saying the video is going to come all the way back down here to that golden zone, but it wouldn't be bad because at least then now we know for a fact that this area right here could hold. And if not, we know that definitely this area with this price action could possibly hold on NVIDIA. That's what I got for that one. Now we go ahead and go to Google. Man, Google, we were talking about this one here in the Discord for a while. Go ahead, refresh this real quick, and you guys can see for yourself how ever since Liberation Day, this thing has continued to go higher, 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 follow this trend line. And then I just now noticed right now on the daily chart, the 50 SMA on the daily is making a massive cup, possibly. I'm not saying for sure. Oh, my bad. Drawing got bad. Anyway, we keep it going with the ugly cup right now. Y'all guys get the idea. Cup, come back down, boom. But I don't see that happening because at the end of the day, price action is nowhere near the 50 SMA. So what I would like to see on Google, go back to the 4 hour chart, is maybe a retest of this 191 to keep it a rack. If not, that golden zone would be sweet because on the 4 hour chart, look at the golden zone. Golden zone, and again, none of this Fibonacci. I call it these areas because it's like my golden opportunity. Not saying for you, again, not financial advice. But if we end up retesting the 50 SMA right here, that 188.26, that would be sweet. Don't see that happening, but again, anything could happen. Line of stay above is at 196.59. That's basically it. Keep it simple. Really want to stay above this royalty zone, which is the purple joint. Stay above that, we good, which also coincides with this trend line. Actually, not no more. So that's what we got for Google. Apple, we went over already. Amazon, Amazon actually looks okay. But no, not even. It's not really a but. Reason why I say not a but because after their earnings, they gapped down. They got this whole area that they could still fill in regards to price action. What's going on my drawing right now? Could with my price action, not price action, with the price action, then Amazon could stay above that area. But you also see how we came down back into the royalty zone, respected this trend line right here. We're now rejecting the 50 SMA, but the 50 SMA is also going sideways. And if that continues to curl upward, unless if we get price action to hold above this top of this trend line, top of this ascending triangle, then boom, 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 keep going, get above, while SMA is kind of going higher, bang, murder she wrote, line in the sand to get above. If we do get above 231 in the coming days, or even 226 first. Get above 226 on Apple. I mean, not Apple, Amazon. Then we got that 228 or so, again, like most stocks do. But then we also got that 231. Get above that, my next target 236. And then I wasn't supposed to give y'all that, but 242. That's what we got there for Amazon. Now, Tesla, this may be one of the top stocks to watch this week. I'm not even going to hold y'all on Tesla. Reason being for that is because, you know what, let's just reset that whole thing. Nope, let's do the daily. Reason being for that, in my opinion, again, not financial advice, none of this stuff is, look at how we respected the line in the sand a number of times. And in the election gap, that may be gone. Meaning this here is from when we gapped up after Trump won the election. Now, we are above the 50 SMA on the daily chart. We are sitting at 329.65. I'm actually curious over on Webull. I'm about to pull it up real quick. You know what? I'm going to stop doing it on my own over here on the side. I may just give y'all folks a little something. So let's pull up Webull real quick. Not pull up Webull. Let's pull up Tesla over on Webull. My bad. That's the Discord. That wasn't supposed to be there like that. All right, boom. Where my Webull at? Where my Webull at? There we go. There we go. Shucks. It's like going on, man. It's like where my thing at? All right, so let's go. Ooh, look at CoreWeave overnight. Oh, I got too hype. Oh boy, I just told y'all that about CoreWeave. Oh man, hit that like, subscribe. I'm probably yelling. Turn your volume, turn your speakers down. Just turn them down. Turn them down. Turn them down. Mute them right now because, boy, but boy, but, huh, huh, man, man, tap that like button, man. Put some comments in the chat, man. Look at CRWV, man. Look at CoreWeave, man. That thing going stupid, retarded. Boy, that thing look, man. All right, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. We came here for Tesla. My bad. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, my bad. Ooh, look at Tesla. Look at God doggone Tesla. Look at it. And look at that 9MA. See, y'all getting too much right now. Now I'm giving y'all too much game, but it is what it is. Why? Because everybody eat, man. Link in description for the Discord. 7-day free trial. $14.99 a month. Everybody eat. We don't got to charge y'all no crazy prices. Why? Because we eating already on these stocks, man. Anyway, calm down again. Calm down. Whew. Calm down. All right. So, like I was saying, breathe. Woosah. Woosah. What was I saying? Let me go back to Trader View real quick and I regain my thoughts. All right, 331, 346. All right, go back over here to Weevil. Oh boy, my bad. Oh boy, your boy got hype. Your boy got stupid hype. All right, so let's go to the daily first. Let's just break this down for y'all because again, I think this one here is the stock to watch. And if we on that's on the daily. So as I'm looking at the daily already, I should already seen this coming. We got the MACD down here, crossing up above the signal line, going green, going to positive territory over on Tesla. Also is above the 200 moving average on daily chart. Now let's go to the 4 hours so we can see how we're moving in the after hours. Oh man, look. I'm so hyped so far away. So on the 4 hour chart, we're above the 9, the 21 crossed above the 200 and the 72. Everything going up. MACD right now looking good. So man, I'm gonna go back to Trading View. That's the hour chart. Man, this thing is looking prime, man. I mean, for right now, anything can happen. It's only overnight trading. Anything could happen. You know what I mean? So don't hold me to any of this right about now. I'm curious on Apple, man. Let's go back to Apple real quick. All right, you still flat. You made a massive move. You moving too crazy on Apple. Yeah, it's too crazy on Apple, man. You about to come back and test this 21 moving average right here. Don't not financial advice. You never know. But boy, that got me hyped. All right. So back to Trading View. Y'all got enough game right there. So Tesla, as you see, we already above 331 at this one, which is the line in the sand right here. That's the daily. Go back to the 4 hour. So what I'm targeting there is this trend line as well as that 346.07. And you see why. We got this whole area right here that we're gonna target to get above. We get above that, as well as that trend line. As we rejected the trend line here, I'm drawing quick and ugly now. Only reason because I'm hyped. I got to calm down. And there, that's what I see for what you call it, Tesla. Whole them areas be looking good. SPY, can't see that right now because of the fact that the market closed. Well, overnight trading going on, but we over there. QQQ, y'all see that. All right, bet. Then we got, nope, that's SPY. My bad. Oh, that was Microsoft. Microsoft, my bad. What Microsoft need to do is, and I'm gonna look that up over here on my own Weeble thing right now for Microsoft. So what I'm looking for Microsoft, which is up right now at 522, or no, Microsoft kind of flat. So Microsoft got to get above 527.51 line in the sand, and then also that 511.25 line in the sand. Stay above that, we going higher. 50 SMA is actually already above that right now. You got that ceiling right here at 555, but we also got this nice little zone right about here, around that 535 on Microsoft. Losing in these areas, I would like 493 as a retest, or the gold is on a 483, which also is on top of that trend line, the orange trend line, not the yellow line, the orange line. And 477.50 is the line in the sand to stay above, or else we're going lower, but I don't see that really happening for Microsoft. And then now we got good old Meta. I wonder what Meta has in after hour, overnight trading. Meta right now is 769. So a lot of these stocks that already had a massive move and a massive gap up, it's kind of flat. Apple's flat. Microsoft flat. Meta is flat. I didn't look at NVDA, so I can tell you, but Tesla looking good. Other than that, yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what we got for there. Now, go ahead, get ready, close this thing up, close it out. Y'all can go ahead and lay it down. We got RGTI reporting this week, curious on. RGTI actually look good because it is now above the line of the sand of 1531. Go to the daily chart real quick, reset it, move it over, up, move it over too much. So on the daily chart, I do not like how the MACD is rejecting that signal line and curling back downward. But I do like how we act. Nope, I do not like these lower highs right about here. Granted, we are making higher lows. I will adjust this chart. I haven't adjusted it yet for the Discord. So, folks, if you're watching the Discord, I will do that for you guys. And yeah, that's what we got for Rigetti. Going back to the 4-hour chart. Again, the line is 1531. I do like that. But a retest fully of the 1315 would be sweet. Actually, we got a sniper fair value gap on the 4-hour, which I'm draw that now. And then when I do adjust this area right here, then I'll do whatever. But I'm gonna keep this here. I don't know why it ain't do what it's supposed to do. There we go. All right, so we got up. So we got a sniper fair value gap in this area right about here. Boom. See what we do dealing with that, dealing with earnings. My people want about copping. Copping is actually rejecting our sniper fair value gap, which is actually okay, especially with earnings coming up. We're still above the 50 SMA. 50 SMA is still respecting that trend line on copping. MACD is looking all right. Matter of fact, go back to Rigetti. I didn't look at the MACD. Oh yeah, I did on the daily. It was curling down. 4-hour kind of doing the same thing. Um, any tickets y'all want me to look at, let me know. Drop a ticket below, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it moving and grooving. Then we got who I say copper. I haven't tried a copper in a while, so that's the 4-hour. Let's go to the daily. Oh yeah, I ain't tried copper since way up here. After copper failed and collapsed, I was like, nah, I'm alright. But it is looking good above that 50 SMA, which is actually curling. I'm drawing these quick, so don't be like, yo, bro, that flag or that trend line you got going on, bro, that thing ain't even lining up. Man, nobody asked you right now. Unless you want me here all night. I don't want to be here all night. I'm about to get back to my family. So yeah. But 50 SMA for me, while I drew that quick flag, right? Is the 50 SMA on Cabo, although you got earnings. So everything I'm looking at right now with earnings, it could be invalidated when earnings do come out. Just remember that. So what I do see is though the 50 SMA is curling up or trying to curl upward. We get above that trend line or that flag, keep going up, boom, whatever. That looks nice. But right now, that 4-hour candle, that's the daily chart. Let's go to the 4-hour. Oh yeah, 4-hour, that thing look good kind of. Meaning its range. But if you look at the 50 SMA right now, it's kind of respecting this downtrend on this flag. I mean, not the downtrend, but the top of this trend line, as if we want to come over here, do something like that, and then continue to go down and maybe move with it, then possibly go up. So that's confident with earnings. I can't remember all the other stuff we looked at for earnings. Y'all ain't got no tickers for your boy. But at the end of the day, oh no, I forgot about this one for the people. Oh no, we got BBAI recording this week too though. So SOUN. Oh, I can get rid of that. That there was for another live in the Discord, so I'll take that off of there right now. Go to the daily for SoundHound, and we got reset. Move this thing over. So this is a crazy gap up on SoundHound that day, but I do like how it closed above this sniper fair value gap from the February 12 small cap gap down. I do like that. It did reject that trend line, still the uptrend line, or the top of that trend line. My bad. But we got this crazy gap right here after they smash earnings, so that is something to watch out for. 50 SMA though, however, on a daily chart is above that 1051. MACD is turning positive, as you can see right here. It's green. So SoundHound is something to keep his eye on. Keep your eye on. BBAI is on Monday. Um, what I like about BBAI for the daily chart, real quick, is the fact or the idea that, come on, man, move over. All right. What I do like about this is the fact, let's zoom in a bit, that we almost filled this gap up completely right here from the June 30th gap up. And we actually are making now high, low, making a higher low. We didn't make a higher high quite yet, but if that happens, or we're still above 714, line in the sand, 715, we got to get 757, and then that yellow trend line. If we could get above the yellow trend line this go around, that would show me some type of confluence in a sense that we could retest 830, get above 830. But again, earnings coming up on the daily. I do like the MACD crawling upward toward that signal line. And yeah, man, so that's what I got for you guys. Cause I mean, I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna get out of here, honestly. But thank you guys for tuning in to this live stream. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, peep the link in the description and pin in the comments later on. But much love, man, and we out.